A roundup of the latest news now. Here are our top stories. Right-wing political party Reform UK makes significant inroads in local elections. We'll be hearing from party leader Nigel Farage. As Palestinians mark the 78th anniversary of the Nakba or catastrophe, Israel announces the introduction of the death penalty for participants in the 7th of October attacks. Tragedy in Dubai as recent airstrikes disrupt liposuctions and prostitution. We'll have a special report. And after meeting in Washington, D.C. last month, King Charles and Donald Trump reflect on the life and legacy of pop icon Michael Jackson. More on those top stories to come. First to the UK, where right-wing political party Reform UK has made significant gains in local elections earlier this month, winning 800 council seats from Labour and 500 from the Conservative Party. With me in the studio to discuss the results is party leader Nigel Farage. Nigel, you must be delighted.
Absolutely. There was never any doubt that this country's had enough of immigration and can hide its xenophobia no longer. We want to ethnically cleanse the United Kingdom and keep it British.
Interesting you should say that. You've had a number of ethnic minority politicians join Reform UK in recent months, including Nadeem Zahawi, Suella Braverman. How does that fit with your ethnic cleansing ambitions?
It's a perfect fit. Both Nadeem and Suella profoundly regret their heritage and want to send immigrants back where they came from.
Are you trying to tell ethnic minorities in the UK that it's okay to vote Reform?
You can call it what you like. We welcome votes from all UK citizens, including the self-hating descendants of migrants.
Nigel, thank you. Palestinians marked 78 years on Friday since the Nakba, or catastrophe, which is how Palestinians describe Israel's establishment in 1948 and the mass killings, forcible displacement and dispossession of indigenous Palestinians that followed. As a result of the 7th of October attacks by Palestinian militants that took place in 2023, around 1,200 Israeli and foreign nationals were killed, while in the subsequent Israeli attacks on Gaza, over 75,000 Palestinians have been killed, of which over 23,000 were children, with over 172,000 Palestinians injured, hundreds of thousands displaced, and tens of thousands still living in tents. Israel has just passed a law which introduces the death penalty for participants in attacks that are terrorism-related or intended to negate the existence of Israel. With me in the studio to discuss the new law is Israeli Ministry of Defense spokesman Ofek Anuzi. Ofek, Israel's been engaged in the unlawful killing of Palestinians for the best part of a century. What's new about this law?
Hello, Bob. That is a very good question. We can interpret the introduction of this law as making laws catch up with actual practice by the Israeli state, at least in part. Of course, we are here to legalize the killing of civilians, including women, children, and so forth, but we can consider that there is at least a de facto acceptance of this type of behavior by the State of Israel. There is an initiative, perhaps for later this year, called the Killing of Palestinian Children Act. That law would further develop the Israeli legal system to better reflect the reality on the ground.
Ofek, thank you. To Dubai now, where the escalating geopolitical instability over the last few months, instigated by the US and Israel's attacks on Iran, has had a devastating impact on both the liposuction industry and prostitution. I spoke to Abdullah Al-Mansouri, a spokesman for Dubai's American Hospital, which offers liposuction treatment. Abdullah, thank you for joining us. How has the regional conflict impacted your liposuction treatments?
You know, Bob, the problem is that every time there is an air raid siren or threat of attacks, our operations must shut down for the safety of our patients and staff. The UAE is unfortunately, the 20th most obese nation in the world. That means that 70% of the Emirati population is overweight. So we now have an extremely long waiting list, and people are just getting fatter and fatter in the meantime.
How are you addressing the situation?
We have invested in some missile interception technology, which we crowdfunded The promotional video featured the tagline, "I'm partial to kebab, so I need to lose some flab. These bombs are really nasty. I need to have a lipoplasty." Abdullah, thank you. Another industry seriously impacted by the situation in Dubai is prostitution, traditionally a mainstay of Dubai's economy. I spoke to sex worker Ludmilla, not her real name, who described her departure from the region.
There was a horrible noise. I heard crashing, explosion. I look outside window and building opposite was on fire. I was in middle of seeing client. It was really bad timing. After that, he couldn't, finish. I was really scared. The man, pimp, who took my passport, refused to give it back. He kept saying, "It's okay, client's still coming." I told him, "I beg to differ. Look, he shed his pants." Then he said me, "No, I mean they will visit." Then no more clients coming, so I had to, with some other girls, try to steal back passport. One of the men who is with pimp helped us a lot. Then we get first flight out of Dubai. Now I am back in Ingushetia. Situation is very difficult here.
And finally, King Charles and US President Donald Trump met in Washington, D.C. at the end of last month. After initially tense exchanges, Mr. Trump and the King went to see the recently released film Michael, about pop icon Michael Jackson. I caught up with both men after the film. Your Majesty, Mr. President, thank you for joining us. What did you make of the film? Your Majesty, let's start with you.
Utterly riveting, hugely entertaining, a true legend of the pop world, who regaled us with such hits as Bad, Thriller, Dirty Diana, quite right, exceedingly talented.
Mr. Trump.
That was a great movie. A very great movie. I knew the guy. Great guy. One of America's best.
One aspect of the singer's life not covered in the film was the allegations of sexual assault against children. You've both been close to that world yourselves, Your Majesty via your brother, Prince Andrew, and Mr. Trump via your former friend, Jeffrey Epstein. Would you say that there are a lot of parallels between the three of you in terms of juggling celebrity and controversy?
Oh, piss off. What absolute claptrap.
Mr. Trump?
That is false. Very false. I am not in any way connected to that whole thing.
Another emphasis in the film is just how early Michael Jackson started his singing career, making his first public appearance on stage at age 5. What do you make of that?
Ghastly business. The poor chap never really had a childhood. I suppose that affected him later in life.
Mr. Trump?
Yeah, he was a self-made man, unlike Charlie and me over here. Hard-working, again, unlike Charlie and me, and yeah, he did great. Very great.
Thank you both very much indeed. I understand that you're both going to sing for us.
Yes.
Yeah, ready, Charlie?
Yes, I'll start this one. Yes, just clearing my throat here. Yes. I want to make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. You're gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite barber coat, the wind is blowing my mind. Come on, Donnie.
I see the kids in the street and send out another tweet. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? Bombardment of Iran, Bibi's my right-hand man, and a one-man soul. Go, Charlie.
They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know, Donnie.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Na 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 na. Oh yes, I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that there are some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be, really be, pretending that they're not so alone? Oh well, oh deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow each other on the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.